Okay, guys. Okay, guys, I put my peas to boil, and as soon as it starts boiling, then I'll pour the cold water in and add salt after that. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, we're gonna go in now with some salt. I'm putting in about a teaspoon of salt. Then I'm gonna add my cold water. I'm putting in around a cup of cold water. Give my stove a little bit more heat to bring the water back up to boiling temperature. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, let's check in on our peas. So far the water is reducing. Let's check it to see if it's cooked or almost cooked. This is hot, guys. Whew. No, still hard. Still hard. We're gonna add back some more water to this and let it continue boiling. Okay, guys, let's check in on the gungo, the peas. It's boiling. Give it a stir. Peas is not quite ready yet, but we're just checking on it to make and give it a stir, making sure that all the peas is not floating. Remember, we had sunk it before. We sunk the peas with the cold water, so right now it's doing good. So when you're cooking your rice and peas, your gungo, or any rice and peas whatsoever, this is how you want to do it. Okay, guys, I'm checking in on the gungo peas. Check it to see if it's cooked. Yeah, it's cooked. They're burst. You can squeeze on it and it just be so soft in your hands. But you could also know that it's cooked because they are burst. Okay. Now, this is very kind of like stainy, just like that. This is why we add coconut milk to neutralize that taste. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some freshly squeezed coconut milk. I love coconut milk and stuff, guys. To my pot, I'm adding a pepper, adding a bundle of thyme and scallion. To this, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of sugar, brown sugar preferably. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of ketchup. Adding my ketchup. Then I'm gonna add some black pepper, just a drizzle. A tablespoon of maggie. This is a maggie chicken, guys. You can always add the beef if you want as well. The maggie beef. Just giving it some added flavor. I'm gonna combine this all in. One of the ways that you can know when your rice and peas is gonna come out real tasty, it's not the rice that make your rice and peas tasty. This is what makes it taste good. Once you flavor the broth, the peas, the broth where you can actually, if you care to drink it like, and it tastes good like a nice rich pea soup, that's when you know that your rice and peas is going to be tasting very delicious. The taste of your rice and peas is contingent upon the flavoring in this process. So for those of you who really want to know how to cook, get your rice and peas tasting flavorful, it's right in this process. You taste it as you go and see if does this taste like I could have drink it like a soup. If it doesn't give it that taste like you could have just drink it like a soup, don't wait for the rice to bring it home. It's not gonna be the rice. Let it get flavorful until you can say, I could actually drink this like a soup if I was to drink it, okay? All right. I'm gonna now cover my pot to let this cook in before adding my rice. Okay guys, we're checking in on our peas. The seasoning is all in. It tastes so delicious, guys. It just tastes so delicious. Okay guys, now that the rice is in, I'm gonna put this in the oven. I'm gonna cover it with the foil paper and I'm gonna put this in the oven. My oven, I put it at 400. Maybe yours is different, but mine, I'll put it in for 400. Nice and seal it nicely. You can always cook it on the stovetop as well, but I'm gonna put it in the oven today, okay? Okay guys, I just took the rice and peas out the oven. We're gonna give it a check. This is the first time I'm checking it since I put it in the oven. It's been in there about an hour and a half. Bursting with steam, guys. Check this out. Gotta be so careful when you're lifting the lid. Lift this side, lifting the foil paper. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Now let's give it let's take this pepper out first. This maybe. Right now it's very moist, but that's okay because when it cools then it will shell up a little bit more shelly. But it's my first time going in, giving it a stir. Look at that. Just going in, look at that. This is the Gungo Rice and Peas with coconut milk. Yes, and all the flavors and spices. Look at that. This is done. This is a good thing about cooking it in the oven, guys. You don't have to keep turning and checking and watching it, wondering if it's gonna burn and stick and all that. No. Set it and forget it. After a while, when you're comfortable with cooking it in the oven, you're just gonna know it's just one turn and it's done. You know, one check and it's finished. So right now I'm just combining the peas together. I'm looking for my little spice bundle here. The thyme and the scallion that I had tie up and put in there. So I wanna make sure we find everything, including the kitchen cord, which I found. Yeah. Now they did what they needed to do. Thank you very much. You can step aside. All right, guys, we're gonna continue to combine the peas that was sitting on the top. Get it all. This is our Gungo Rice and Peas. And with this, guys, I'm not gonna put it back in the oven. I'm just gonna leave it on top of the stove top and let the steam from it just do what it do, but it's already finished cooking. There you have it, guys. Your rice and peas is finished cooking. See? Finished combining. Don't have to put it back in the oven. It's all nicely come together. See that? So delicious. It smells good. It tastes good. Okay, guys, I'll show you when it's plated. Okay, guys, the rice and peas is finished cooking, and I'm gonna give it a taste. I'm telling you, it smells so delicious. Smells so delicious. Let's see. Oh my goodness. This is so good, you can eat it by itself. You don't need no meat, no sauce, no nothing. Oh my gosh, this is so good. Let's take a look.